Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so I know sometimes on the team calls, I might be coming from a place more of let's grow, let's bring the energy, and here's how you can grow, here's what I'm doing to grow. And that's important, but it's also really important when Kelly and Laura lead the calls, sometimes it's about the community, because both of those things are extremely important. You can't have one without the other. You can't have the calls where I'm on and I'm like, hey, who's ready to take off? Who's ready to go? And not have the fun in the community, because a big part of our team is the community and the feel that we have together as a big team. And we want to keep that going no matter what. But what I want to do is give people who are on our team, who are in the same mentality as me and Lindsay, and I know some other coaches on our team are, ready to grow, but just not quite sure what to do with that energy and where to go with it. And where to like lean on people, because not everyone on Dynamic Force is in that season or in that mindset with their business. But you guys know I don't make a secret out of this. I am in the grow phase. Like there's no questions asked. I have removed my plan B. I don't, I'm getting out of the Army and it's happening. My terminal leave starts in, hold on, 77 days. And when I stopped getting paychecks from the Army in the spring, this is it for me. And I'm trying to get an online teaching job for nursing part-time. And that is really the future I see. And that's the future I'm going after. But it's not going to happen on its own. There has to be momentum in the business. And I have that momentum and I feel it and I have the energy and I want it to happen. But I want there to be actionable steps to get there as well. And so I think, like Lindsay and I had a talk about this, and I think one of the biggest struggles or challenges that a new coach or a coach that's been on the team for a while can face is maybe feeling like, well, I didn't start off and see momentum and growth right away, so I must not be very good at this, or I just don't know what I'm doing wrong, and then you just kind of stop trying, and then you just kind of slide into the community, and this is great, and I'm getting a discount on my stuff, so it's fine. But if you have that desire in your heart to cover and make enough money in a month to cover your Shakeology or to cover your Energize, or you have the desire in your heart for your business to cover a car payment or whatever, cover groceries for a week, and you're not there yet, you do have to grow in order to get there. And whether your goal is something like I want to make $200 a month, or I want to make my first $50, or I want to make $200 a month, or I want to jump on and I want to make a part-time income, or I want to make a full-time income with this, then you need to join what Lindsay and I are about to kick off with. We are excited because I think as a new coach, it can be overwhelming to go through all the training, and not all that training is going to stick and be retained because it's so much training to do at once. And so what we're trying to do with this is to give you guys the right training that's not overwhelming in a private setting, and help you to build some momentum, but also help you to build some confidence. And I'm gonna kind of outline it in just a few minutes. But and this is open to anyone on Dynamic Force. So anyone that is on the team, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Anyone that wants to grow, you're welcome to do this. It's going to be a master class series. And what we're doing is anyone who wants to do this, you just have to let us know. We're going to add you to our private chat. We really like the private chat that we have with Morning Meltdown 100 and with the different challenge groups that we've got going on. We just felt like that was going to be the easiest way to communicate within our small group, because it's going to be like a small group of people that are just there to encourage and support one another. And we're starting on Monday, okay? What there's going to be is, aside from just the daily mentor, daily support, 2 trainings per week that is going to be some sort of recorded something, like a YouTube link, something that you can listen to on your own time that'll be 30 minutes or less. So 2 recordings, 30 minutes or less, that you do on your own time each week. And really in the beginning, I want to do an assessment of where everyone is and what they feel they need the most before I start to say, okay, it's going to be this structured training of this. I really want to get a feel for who all is in the group and what they feel they need before I start thinking of all of that. But don't worry, we're going to make it happen. Each week, we also want to have a live call together. And because of all the busy days of the week with other calls and things going on, when we don't want to do it on a weekend, we're going to do Tuesday night, where I'm asking anyone that's going to be in this masterclass series to really try to dedicate that time on a Tuesday evening to make that live call and attendance, to be on there, because that live call is not going to be more training. It's not going to be me or Lindsay viewing information. It's going to be a group discussion of how did the week go? What were you able to get accomplished? What did you struggle with? Let's work through your struggle. And it's going to be that kind of setting on the live call, okay? The setup is that we're going to have this masterclass series go from the week of the 7th, the week of the 14th, and the week of the 21st. And then what we're building up to is a 2-week free trial that's going to start on the 28th of October and go that last week of October and that first week of November. And that 2-week free trial is obviously something we're going to be working towards in the first couple weeks of this masterclass series. We're going to be working towards inviting to that. And then what I want to get out of this is helping you build confidence with inviting to the 2-week free trial, helping you to get out there and talk to people about Beachbody On Demand, helping you to get out there and talk to people about how this is changing your life. And then when we start this 2-week free trial, we're going to help you to talk to the people that you have in the free trial about the value of a challenge pack, or the value, how has Shakeology helped me? And that's kind of where your posting is going to be targeted to. Like, I know for me, if I have 5 people really interested in getting a challenge pack, and I have like 2 or 3 of those people that I know need the community really, really bad, and they watch my stories all the time, I purposely post to those people. I post stories about how this community has helped me and changed me, because I know they're going to see it, and I know that's what they need, and I'm talking to them, and they're on the hook, and then they're going to get it. So I'm going to help you guys just see like how the power in your posting when you're talking to people and you see that common theme among the people you're talking to, how that can help during those 2 weeks of the free trial. And then also how you can have those private conversations with them. And the importance of this is that the end result here at the end of these 5 weeks is not that you sell a challenge pack. It's not that you rank advance. It's not a push group. This is not a you better hit Success Club or else, or that's what we're shooting for. None of that matters, because what I want this to be about is gaining confidence in what you're doing, how you're talking to people, how you're exposing your business out there to people. So gaining that confidence in all of that stuff, how to talk to people, how to invite people, and then getting your first couple clients. So maybe you've never even had anybody ever join up under you, ever. Then let's get that person. And I don't care if at the end of the 2-week free trial, they say, I don't want to do any of it, or because guess what? You still got someone in a 2-week free trial and you still planted a seed, and you never know that person may come back to you. But maybe they decide at the end of the 2 weeks, they just want to have the quarterly bod subscription. And that's great too, because that is still, if you're looking at it from like a business perspective and trying to get that first incremental step of making money in this business and showing you that you can do it, that's going to be a subscription commission. So just to show you guys, and you guys, I have like, I should pull up my paycheck from today. Like $100 of my paycheck this week was subscriptions from people who are on quarterly bod. So don't discount that quarterly bod is not a good thing. Sometimes it's all people can do, and that's fine. You're still getting them plugged into workouts that they need and sharing with them how it's changing your life and it might be changing their life. So don't discount that. And that's kind of what I want this to be about. This is about building confidence, showing you that you can put the momentum in and that energy in, and it's going to pay off in the end in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's you did this and you feel so much better about talking to people and inviting, or whether you did this and you sold 3 challenge packs, great. Or you did this and people were like, I don't just want a challenge pack, I want to coach with you. Awesome, that's great too. But it's to show you that you can do this, basically. Like, we want, you guys are all here, you come on the team calls every week, you show up, and we want you to, I want you personally to see that you are no different than anyone else that is successful in this business, and you can do this. And hopefully this masterclass series is going to show you that. So that is the overarching plan. And then we're also going to be kind of posting within Dynamic Force team page, just like some fun little check-ins during the week to kind of boost some of that community feel back in our team page versus, because I think we all kind of hang out in Priority Me Project, which is great. But I think we also need to kind of show up in our team page from a coach to coach aspect, not just as all of us as challengers. So that, look forward to that as well. Lindsay, do you have anything to add?
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but for the 2-week challenge, that anybody who feels led to want to like maybe step into some type of a leadership role, that this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys, because it's going to be sort of open to you stepping up and doing a post or sharing what's on your heart or being in front of your challengers that you've got in there. So I know for me, whenever I went out on my own and did My Body and Soul United, it was really scary at first. I'm like, oh, like, can I replicate what Laura, and Kelly have done? But the more I did it, the more comfortable I was with it. So I think this will be a good way for you guys to start getting comfortable with taking that, leadership role with your business. Because now, I mean, it's easy breezy. Like, go ahead, let me slap up a post real fast. But before, I was like, oh, I'm not sure. Am I doing the right thing? And I'm not wanting to take away from Priority Me Project or My Body and Soul United by any means, but when you get more comfortable doing these kinds of things, you feel more confident and inviting. And when you feel like you're putting forth energy and effort into it, like, it just all sort of goes full circle. So I think it will help in all ways. But yeah, I think you pretty much covered everything.
Does anyone have any questions?
I'm really excited.
I'm excited.
Is there anything in particular, like if you're on this call and you're wanting to do this masterclass, is there anything like off the top of your head that you can think, hey, this is what I need to do? This is what I need to focus on. This is the kind of training that would help me, like, to just get us started on what's going to best serve you. Because we don't want to put a bunch of training in front of you guys that isn't really going to benefit what you're actually needing.
So I was kind of talking to Jess today about when I talk to people, y'all are gonna have to excuse him. I do not like having to type out what I am trying to tell people. I prefer to leave like a voice memo, because I know for me personally, when I have to read a bunch of like a long paragraph, I get lost in it. I don't want to read it, and it annoys me, and I just prefer to listen to someone talk. So that's what I've been doing, and I just don't know if they're so that's, I don't know if in the master class if there will be any kind of, I hate to use the word script, but stop it. Advice.
I feel like voice memos are really powerful. Don't you guys agree that voice, like, you can actually hear the excitement? Yeah, I think that that's not a bad thing that you prefer it, because I feel like people can hear the excitement in your voice. They can hear how genuine you are and your words. And yeah, I mean, I've got some like basic things that I say that I could definitely put in like a script format just to help you get more comfortable with saying them. Because again, once you say them so many times, it's like pretty much natural. Like, they're in my notes, but I don't really have to go to my notes anymore because I've typed them so many times.
Yeah,
And then
I know. I don't like to use a script, and I don't use a script for people, but the Closing with Class training series that Andrea did, it's like a 1-hour training video. It's on our Dynamic Force Academy training. It is, I use it to this day. I've been using that for 4 years. I don't use it verbatim, but I try to get a feel. I peel back the layers and try to get a feel for what people are, where they are, what they've tried, what their goal is, what they're working toward, and I ask like very specific questions about that.
Yeah, that's a really, really good training. It's a little bit longer, but totally worth. And even going back to, like, I feel like maybe it'd be worth me going back to watching it again. Brittany wants to know the days
Start that
and
off
stuff.
as one of our trainings, because I redid those videos and cut it into 2 30-minute blocks. So one is about talking to a challenger and one is about talking to a potential coach.
Mm-hmm.
And even use, it doesn't, like, some of this training can come right from our Dynamic Force Academy, because sometimes the first time you heard it, like I said, it was overwhelming and you didn't retain all that information because you were learning so much at one time. So even if it's something super simple that you're like, I just need training on this, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
don't ever think that it's like too silly, or like, for example, let's say you've been a coach for a while and you're like, well, this is pretty basic. I don't feel like we're going to be like, you should already know this, or, you know, I mean, if the basic stuff, sometimes the stuff that, in my opinion, sometimes there is the stuff that I struggle with the most. Like the most simple things are what I struggle with, but the like complex things I don't struggle with. So
Brittany, the dates, it starts on Monday the 7th, and we'll be going weekly through the first full week through November 10th.
Yeah, so 3 weeks of training.
Mm-hmm. 3 weeks of training, and then the 2-week free trial will start on the 28th of October for our challengers. And we're doing that in the Tracker app, Challenge Tracker app. So if you have people from Instagram that don't have a Facebook, then you can put them into the Challenge Tracker app.
And I like the app. We're using it right now with our Fallback in Love with Yourself challenge. I do like the app because I think we all know, we all have clients or somebody that we know that doesn't check in Priority Me Project or Mind, Body, and Soul United, but they're doing their stuff. And like, you can link the app up to your BOD account, and once you do your workout, it will log your workout in the app for you too. So I think that that's powerful for those people that are just like, I'm not there yet. I don't really want to post or share, but they still want the accountability to do the work. So I like that part of the Challenge Tracker app.
The training, just to reiterate, is going to be 2 trainings a week sent via a link within our private chat. And you do that on your own time. And then every Tuesday, we'll pick a time that works best for everyone. Once we have everyone in the group, every Tuesday will be the live call. And we're probably thinking evening time frame, but we can really, I want this to be as beneficial to the whole group that's a part of this as possible. So we'll see once we get everyone together if that day really does work best for everybody and how we can fit it in to maximize the most participation on that. And what I love about this, you guys, is that this is putting everyone who's going to be in this private chat is going to be like raising their hand saying, yes, I want to be a part of it. Because we discussed like doing this just in our Dynamic Force team page, but I want this to be focused with the people who are focused on their business. So what's really nice about that is you might realize that there's another coach on the team that you had no idea you have so much in common with, and you have the same goals and vision in mind, and you guys could become success partners. Like, this is where that stuff starts to form and happen within the team. That's kind of how Kelly, Laura, and I got together. So you just never know what could come out of this. And maybe you don't have a big vision yet, but you meet someone else and you're like, oh my God, and now it just kind of clicks and works. And I didn't even know you're Kelly's coach and I'm Laura's coach, but I think we would work out great if we kind of branch off and just, help motivate each other and support each other. So I love this. It's putting all the energy of everyone who wants to to work and grow together. And that's kind of the point. The energy that you surround yourself with is going to be the energy that you're going to be able to continue to have.
Yeah, I love that it's going to give everybody the opportunity to get to know each other a little bit more. You know, like our team calls are powerful, but since this is going to be open and we're going to be in that chat together, you're just going to get, like, I would have never got to know Andrea had we not had an Insanity Max 30 chat, like not at all, you know? So those chats really do open up that extra communication and getting to know each other.
Does anyone else have any questions?
I was going to say it might help some people if we talk about how to deal with no, how to hear no and how to accept it and how to like move past, like, because I know when I first started coaching, when somebody would say no to me, it was like, ooh, did I do something wrong? Or is there something wrong with what I'm saying? Am I sounding salesy or whatever? So it might help some of the newer people who haven't yet overcome that fear of no.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I actually have a really good objections training video as well. So it's not just how to hear no, but also to understand that objections from people are usually coming from a place of fear. And sometimes you can kind of help someone walk through that and change an objection to a yes. You just never know. And then I can also dig and find something about what no means in this business and how that's okay to hear. I hear no, or I get ghosted like 20 times a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone on this call right now live with us that already knows they want to be a part of it?
Brittany, Andrea, I didn't see everybody.
Jessica? Okay.
Jessica.
There's no pressure. Yeah, and I don't want anyone on the team. That's the point of this, is that it's available for people that want it. If you're not ready for it, and it's not a time for you to be going after any big pushing with your business or anything like that, then that's totally fine. That's why we want this to be set up the way it is. And in a week, if you're like, you know what, I have total FOMO, just let us know. We'll add you in there. Okay, anything else?
And Kelly, totally thank Laura on this one because she put it together.
Well, Joelle planted the seed.
Yeah.
And it grew. And it's a little baby fern right now. All right, guys. I mean, that's really all I have, unless you guys have anything or anything that's not related to the masterclass series.
Who's going to take a picture? Anybody?
Fine, I'll do it.
I'm really proud of myself. I chose our shake instead of wine tonight.
Nice.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
I love how Sophia's like, okay, I want to be in it.
She's like blue steel right now in this picture. I love it.
I'm jealous of her getting her head rubbed right now. You could
Right?
put that to my
I'd
head
be
for the
asleep
last
like
30
that.
minutes. Yeah. I don't even fall asleep with it. I'm just like, keep going. It'll be like an hour of Randy rubbing my head. I'm like, just 5 more minutes.
Hey, at least he rubs your head. I don't think
I have
mine's
to
ever.
I think I'll get as much head rubbing as I want when I get back. It'll last for like a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
In many different ways. Sorry, Kelly.
Filthy.
No, Kelly. Her kids have heard worse. That was so cryptic. Like, all right, you guys. So we have quick and easy team call tonight. I'll get the recording up. So I'll post the recording. If you know of another coach on the team, if you guys have been chats together, or you just know there's other coaches on the team who are kind of wanting to grow their business, but they've been kind of scared to talk about it, or they haven't known where to start, please tell them to watch this or tell them to get in on this with us. Because I know we have some other coaches that don't always make the team calls that are kind of in that boat. So tag them in it when I post the YouTube link, or message them or message one of us. We can reach out to them, whatever. But we want everyone in here who is ready to do this. We want them in there. And no matter.
And don't feel like pressure. Like if life gets busy one week and you're not able to do one of the trainings, like it's not going to be like, oh, you're going to get in trouble because you don't do these things. Like, don't feel pressure. It's just, this is just going to be a way to learn more. It's not to add more to your plate. It's to learn more so it makes it easier for you in the long run. Because the more you understand and get comfortable and confident in this, the easier it gets and the less time it takes to run your business. Like, the more confident I get, the less time I have to spend on my business, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right. I'm so excited for this. You guys have no idea. I'm pumped. I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, ladies. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.